currents can be just gnarly around here and really mess up your day. Okay, entering the Needles, there's all this turbulent water. You can see all around us. And we have these like big breaking waves on either side. And we should go right up the river into Hamble and be at our marina. If all goes well, this will be the last sail in Panda Boat for 2020.
They're bigger than what I imagined, actually.
We woke up this morning to snow on Panda. Look at that snow! Merry Christmas!
So for our first Christmas on board, overseas, I should say, we have begun to decorate Panda Boat. Panda and I just realized
It's like the end of our year, our first year cruising. Well, good morning. We are just about ready to depart for Hamble, where we're going to be spending the winter. And speaking of winter, it is really cold outside, so I was starting off inside this morning, and I was just checking the barometer. It has dropped significantly overnight, and it is off the charts.
Wow.
it's like into the temperature zone.
Yeah, we've never seen it this low before.
It's gonna just start reading the temperature.
What comes after stormy?
I don't know, but we'll put that there. Yeah, I don't know what happens when the barometer's that low. So it's either rising or falling. I think it's now on the rise because I think the low pressure system is like moving east of us.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah.
But this thing should be moving around very slowly.
It's a first.
I think he means it's a new low.
Huh. Oh, so funny. That was a good one. Okay, and we're off. Panda just released the mooring lines. And now we're just gonna follow our track out of here as close as possible. At least we know on that track we had like 3.3 meters of high tide and we're down about 1.5 meters, so it should still be fine. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the cut will be because there's an incoming tide and wind against it. So it's not an ideal situation, but we're gonna just kind of test it out and see how it is anyway. Okay, right over our track now. We're at 2.9 meters. Wow, more turnout here than I thought it'd be. I don't think this is happening today.
We're making it.
We're not even in the cut. I'm surprised how much current there is. This is like how wide this is. Although the current's like 2 knots through here, it's not like standing waves or anything bad like that. I was expecting kind of the worst because we have opposing wind against an incoming tide. So yeah, it's just all flat out there, so that should be good. You are good.
Taking forever.
I know. It's fine, we're making it. The fishing boat's also coming to the side, so we're both committed now. Okay, well this is great news. I wasn't expecting we'd get out of here so easy, so whew, that's a sigh of relief. These currents can be just gnarly around here and really mess up your day, so not today. So now we're off into the ocean just across the little bay, and we're heading to the Solent. So the Solent's entrance is this area called the Needles. Same thing, you have to time your tide, so we've timed it when we get there. It'll be a incoming flood tide. And yeah, then we should go right up the river into Hamble and be at our marina. Should be crazy. So if all goes well, this will be the last sail in Panda Boat for 2020. Sailing to the Needles, and because of COVID, there's all kinds of cruise ships just anchored out here because they have no business. and it's all Royal Caribbean ships. So we're just passing Anthem of the Seas. So there's Allure of the Seas out here, Anthem of the Seas, and then Jewel of the Seas. Really weird to see these cruise ships out here. I'd really like to know like what it's like on board when there's just no one. I don't know like what they even do. Do they keep it all warm? How much crew is on board still? So they have some davits out. Looks like they can launch a tender. So go to shore, maybe get some fresh food, that sort of thing. But yeah, it's a weird sight.
It's so cool to see these things. They must be, oh, I think they're bored. I wonder what kind of crew they have on board.
Yeah, it's really cool.
I did see them tangled earlier. I filmed it.
It's gonna be so slick.
I was like, oh, this is gonna be great. Darren's gonna sip his tea. Intense sailing.
Entering the Needles. There's all this turbulent water. You can see all around us. And we have these like big breaking waves on either side. Oh, this water is crazy. There's big breaking waves over here. But wow. Yeah, intense. We have like 20 knots, 25 knots of wind. Air on the side of being a little more upwind than, or like on the left side of the channel than the right, just for safety. Yeah, that's a good one. Oh, we got the headsail needs a little trimming. I think I'm going to put the first reef in the headsail actually. Why right now? Why did you stop right now?
I don't know. Do you remember which side you put green on? The left?
Opposite of the States. So the States is red right returning. Yeah, that was intense there. I think it's safe to say we are safely in the Needles channel now. And maybe what, another half mile until we're kind of in the Solent. Oh, and there goes the helicopter. So we just witnessed quite the, or not witnessed, but at least over the radio, big waves, a distress situation from a sailboat.
I've got 2 people on board, casualty with a head injury post the jibe. I'm just going to try and sort it out, but if you can get back to us as quickly as possible, I'm on my own effectively, so I'm trying to sort out 2 things. Over.
Mayday, Pomeroy's 1, this is Solent Coast Guard, Roger. What is the nature of your urgency? Do you require assistance? Over.
So yeah, it's really sad, but all kinds of boats were able to help, including a helicopter and a police boat and an RNLI boat. So yeah, so that's good. All right, we've made it. We're just entering the Hamble River now. Past the channel marker. So here we are, like sailing up the Hamble very gently. Just have our head sail out. There's like 8 knots of breeze on the beam. We have a tide coming in helping us out, but just weird. You come up here, it's just a mess of boats, like really hard to actually spot the channel. And they have these pontoons that are like permanently in the middle of the river. So
It's really cool. We're just like ghosting in here. It's so quiet without the motor, which is nice for a change.
It is nice.
There's actually, I can't tell. I'm guessing this person has their motor on because I was going to say another sailboat is sailing out too, but yeah, it's peaceful in here.
We have made it to Hamble with our good friend Sonder. That we're gonna be rafting buddies for what, at least a week or something? This is so nice. I feel like we underdressed for our arrival.
Oh my god,
Yeah, this is your arrival party. Got the black tie.
Yeah, you guys didn't get the invitation.
I can barely feel like the Michelin Man. Like, I have like 3 layers on. It's so cool.
I have the same jacket and I wear like 2 wool sweaters underneath.
Hey,
I'm like,
Mike.
hey guys.
Hey Mike! Ahoy!
You made it.
We popped open a beer.
Yes. Cheers, hun.
Cheers to 7,449 nautical miles sailed this year. Across an ocean, went all the way down from 18 degrees south to 61 degrees north in Greenland. All the way west, we're almost at where the Western Hemisphere goes to the Eastern, here in England. So yeah, we've sailed like kind of like a quarter of the globe.
Wow, I didn't even think about that.
I know, all in one season.
Yeah, we
So-
spent a summer in the winter.
A summer in the winter, right? It's been perpetual cold for us.
We only had a little bit of warmth in the Bahamas, but other than that, now it's just cold.
Yeah. Man.
Ah,
So cheers on
cheers.
hell of sailing. That was
Yeah, great season.
more than I ever would have thought for a cruising season.
I feel like this whole season has been it's been pretty lonely.
Yeah, we miss the socialization for sure.
And most of that's due to COVID, so yeah,
I definitely enjoy cruising. Do you?
definitely. Gonna be more to come.
Yeah, so we'll do a bunch of projects here and get some editing done. And yeah, set off for our next cruising season for 2021.
Don't know what's in store, so stay tuned.
Yeah. All right, cheers.
Cheers.
Out. Season 1 done.
We were lucky to know some local sailors, Mike and Esta, whom we met in the Bahamas, and they encouraged us to winter in the Hamble, where we would spend about 3 months balancing boat projects, working on episodes, and exploring the area. The Hamble became our little winter home, where we fell in love with the sailing culture, the people we met, and found delight in discovering every muddy walking trail nearby. While the daylight hours grew shorter, simply seeing the sun became even more uncommon, and we realized the seasonal weather really did make a difference on our moods and the health of our boat. However, these nature trails really lifted our spirits, the perfect escape from project stress and lockdown boredom. We also kindled a true friendship with the American cruisers on Sailing Sonder, bonding over the dreary cold winter weather, boat project woes, the New Forest ponies, and many more adventures around the Hamble. Ouch! Is it cleaning your teeth? Yeah, I don't think that's what you're supposed to eat. Delicious?
It's kind of an interesting flavor. You're a trendsetter, that's what you are.
And since it was so close by, we couldn't resist a visit to the most famous old stones around.
Yeah.
Have you heard about these stones?
Are we rolling?
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you seen these stones, man?
These old rocks?
Yeah.
I heard they're built by the Romans,
What?
actually. Right after the Colosseum was built, they had some spare stones, so
No
they
way.
brought them all the way here. Because they're trying to build their garage.
It's gotta be 5G.
5G stones. They're
Rocks.
the aliens that brought them. Are these the same ones that they brought to Egypt? back and forth.
Contain the beasts, you know.
It's not what you keep out, it's what you keep in. What were they trying to keep in?
Which clearly knocked the stones over and got out of the cage. That's what we should be figuring out.
Some really wealthy guy had a lot of slaves. Like, I'm gonna build this really sweet barn, nice circular pattern. Everyone does squares. No, I'm gonna do a circle. He built this thing, best barn ever. And then now we like have these crazy conspiracy theories about what its purpose was.
Yeah.
Societal structure to make this work. It's not just like
A lot of
a couple tribes of people being like, hey, should we try this thing? It's like,
Somebody had to.
yeah, and a knowledge of science, midwinter's solstice.
I wish we could get closer, whereas the other stones you can go right up to them, touch them, feel them, whatever you want to do. But yeah, this
Molesting the stones, are we?
yeah, I hope not. But I mean, that could have happened, right? We don't know what they did with the stones.
Right. We don't know. That's the theme here. We just don't know what the stones are for.
Yeah, we really hit it off with Phil and Roxy. And we were lucky to have them around for most of the winter. However, it would be our first Christmas away from our family and friends, but we made the most of it.
It is Christmas Day, and we're cooking a big Christmas meal.
Darren drunk in the kitchen, or is he stirring some mulled wine?
Mulled wine.
Mulled wine.
I'm cooking wine. This is what you do. Cheers.
Oh, that's really nice.
That is delicious.
Warms
oh my
the
gosh.
soul.
We went for a big Christmas walk. We have lit our Christmas tree and beautiful lights.
It looks really pretty.
Oh no. Okay, your panda shirt. Look at that. Look at those pandas.
Your drunk pandas. See there. They've been drinking. They're a hot mess, like myself. Cheers!
Why are we going outside?
It's snowing!
It's snowing. You can see there's white stuff just falling. I don't know if you can see it on camera. Yeah, it's kind of like half snow, half rain, but there are snowflakes. Snowflakes here in Hamble. Snow is falling on Panda Boat.
That's so cool! Yeah.
And snow wasn't the only surprise on Panda either.
Well, it's Christmas morning, and it wouldn't be any morning on the boat without a boat project or something that breaks, and Darren has to fix it.
Yeah, so we lost water pressure. Having a small leak in the pump on the inlet side, so I have a new water strainer that I'm just going to put in to solve this little air leak. Yes.
What else did we find?
Oh, we found a gift.
Darren was working in the engine bay, of course, and then he looked up and saw a present on our boat. Very unexpected. Sherry and some yummy looking, looks like shortbread cookies. Delicious. And there's a little note. Wishing you a Christmas filled with happiness and joy from your neighbors, Peter and Carolyn.
Really nice to be here for Christmas. Like, England has been very pleasant. The people are awesome. And it's like a cold Christmas, which we were expecting a warm Christmas this year. So, yeah, feels festive.
It does. Darren just come back from selling Rocco.
So Rocco's new owner, Chris, is super cool guy.
Yes, yes. Nice to meet you.
I got the easy way on.
Yeah. I'm sure that there's going to be more adventures for Rocco in the future with Chris. And we'll have a new dinghy to find more adventures on. So bittersweet, but bye, Rocco. Parting is such sweet sorrow.
And he went to a local market, like a Polish market, that had all this kind of goods and treats from his home country. And he bought us a whole bag of stuff. This is just so awesome. Like, again, in the sailing community, you meet the coolest, like, nicest, most generous people ever. Like, this is, I've never sold something and had the buyer, like, give me a bag of treats, like, thanking me as well.
Oh,
Oh, it's kind of like a,
it's smoked cheese.
yeah.
Oh.
Holy cow.
Oh my gosh, thank you, Chris.
Yeah, now we have lots of candy to eat. I don't think we should eat dinner. I think dinner is served.
Okay.
This is like adult string cheese. Gourmet, delicious, smoky, Gouda style string cheese.
I love cheese. Oh my god.
I hope you enjoyed a glimpse into our time in the Hamble. And don't worry, we didn't forget to film our boat projects and upgrades. We are just combining them all into one big special project episode. So don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell so you can be the first to know when it comes out. Cheers!
No. Back in the Caribbean, I had a few less pounds.
Look at the little birds. Hitching a ride. I see you. I see you.
Wait, how do you know his name is
Trees.
Snap?
Oh, it was obvious when we got here.
Boats are fun. Yachting. Such a prestigious affair. Here we are, cooking our Thanksgiving dinner meal.
Christmas Day. It's Christmas.
Damn it.
It's so awesome to be able to experience snow. Oh, it just landed on my nose. It's cold. That sounded stupid, and Darren is flushing the toilet behind me.
I don't know even what to call this.
Delicious.
Slatina? Slatina? Slatina. Night udine slane. All right. Oh, I smell so bad. I cannot wait for a shower. So yeah, as cruisers, we don't get hot showers all the time. Being here has been an absolute treat.
Hold on to yourself.
Look at that. Hallelujah.